M&Ms decided to make a weird move that no one asked for. And that in turn led to a reaction from conservative media because they love nothing more than to delve into nonsense culture war issues that literally have no impact on your life whatsoever. So before we get to Tucker Carlson and his weird fascination and attraction to M&Ms, let me give you the context. Let me give you the M&M move that led to all of this. Gone are the brown M&Ms signature heels, oh thank God, replaced with lower pumps, while the green M&M sports a pair of cool, laid-back sneakers to reflect her effortless confidence. In a statement announcing the new look, M&M's Mars said the move was part of its global commitment to creating a world where everyone feels they belong and society is inclusive. Again, no one asked for this. No one cares, no one asked for this. And more importantly, in attempting to be more inclusive, the company is just essentially perpetuating stereotypes about women, right? Where it's like, we want women to feel powerful. Thus, we're gonna ensure that the high heels are gone because women who like high heels cannot be powerful. Like just shut up. Like just, I feel powerful, I love stilettos. Right? Like I don't.
You and I are different on that because I do not. I feel clumsy. So that I'm more of a green M&M. You might be more of a brown M&M. Right here. We're changing the world, Anna.
This is all so stupid. It's so stupid.
I love corporate speak like that. In order to create a more inclusive community, you sell candy. Stop it. You are not that important, actually. I know you think you are, but no one gives a rat's ass.
No one.
If whatever you change, how different it is. I have more to say, but keep going.
Yeah, I just think but it's such a corporate move when you really think about it, right? It's like, we want to be inclusive. So it's all about aesthetics. Like everything is aesthetics. It's all about a boss girl doesn't wear heels.
Yeah.
But is that true? Really? I would venture to say that like it's just, again, perpetuating stereotypes. Like a woman who likes to embrace her femininity can't be a powerful woman based on their interpretation of being inclusive. It's just dumb. And the thing that also frustrates me about it, by the way, overall, I don't care. M&Ms, they could do whatever the hell they want. I think this is stupid. But what it ends up sparking is endless engagement from the culture war warriors. People like Tucker Carlson, who apparently has nothing better to do than dedicate a segment pushing back against M&Ms on this move, but not because they're perpetuating stereotypes, but because he doesn't like making M&Ms less sexy. Right, so the cable news network that regurgitated so-called family values for so long, the cable news network that was bitching and moaning about spring break while showing bikini-clad women endlessly on their channel, all of a sudden, no, we must protect the sexy, which is amazing. So here's Tucker Carlson.
Bet you didn't think M&Ms were pushing intolerance, but they were. They've been changed. You're seeing the changes right now on your screen. The green M&M, you will notice, is no longer wearing sexy boots. Now she's wearing sensible sneakers. Why the change? Well, according to M&Ms, quote, we all win when we see more women in leading roles because leading women do not wear sexy boots. Leading women wear frumpy shoes. The frumpier, the better. That's the rule. The other big change is that the brown M&M has, quote, transitioned from high stilettos to lower block heels. Also less sexy. That's progress. M&Ms will not be satisfied until every last cartoon character is deeply unappealing and totally androgynous. Until the moment you wouldn't want to have a drink with any one of them. That's the goal. When you're totally turned off, we've achieved equity. They've won.
You know, I agree, Tucker. When I see a woman wearing block heels instead of stilettos, I don't want to have a drink with her. Who would want to have a drink with a block-heeled wearing woman? Right?
Ugh. To say nothing of the frumpy sneakers. Like, ooh, how dare you? Look, as a frumpy sneaker lady, I protest. But it's just, this is so, like, what Tucker clearly was obsessed with the M&Ms when he was little. Like his first crush, you're weird. Like everyone like thought Lola Bunny could really get it. Everyone was like, Lola Bunny, my God. Like maybe that's just my boyfriend who was just like, I don't know, I had a weird thing with Lola Bunny. And Lola Bunny in the new Space Jam apparently is a little less sexy. Woo! And I'm sure the right freaked out about that. But like, why is he revealing his hand? Why do you want to take candy out and have a drink with it and then take it home and make sweet, sweet love to it? I mean, I guess that's what Anna, maybe you do to peanut M&Ms. I'm not sure.
Absolutely. Peanut M&Ms, the best snack when you're high or when you're not high. They're delicious and we're not sponsored by them. But continue.
Would you take them out for a drink?
100%. I've had many, many nights, just me and the M&Ms, okay? Nights when my husband's away.
Ooh.
He's working late. I'm feeling a little lonely, and I pull out my bag of M&Ms. We have a good time. Yep.
Dude, I think you would never take the job, but M&Ms would hire the hell out of you in what you just said right there.
I don't care if they're wearing heels. I don't care if they're wearing Crocs, okay? As long as they're peanut M&Ms, I'm eating them.
But can we all this? Okay, so I remember when M&Ms became like anthropomorphic or whatever, like when they got like faces and names and started doing things. And I always felt like the girl, quote unquote, M&M was so over the top and ridiculous. Mm-hmm. And like as someone who grew up with a lot of those cartoons, like, well, it's a girl because she's got eyelashes.
Right.
And
we
for
know,
me, like
we know what real life is like. Real life, all the dudes have the long eyelashes. We're like, why? How did this happen?
Why is it wasted on your ass?
Yeah, exactly.
No, when I was little, I thought Bambi characters, like, you've got Thumper, like until at the very end when you realize that like the bunny and the skunk and Bambi are all men, and because they have to then get in their very heteronormative relationships with the other, skunk and bunny and whatever. I just thought they could be anything. I was like, I don't know, maybe they're girls. Maybe Flower is a girl. Flower's so cute. He's like, hi. Mm-hmm. But then no, they were guys, and it's just so. I would just say that the move to sexualize an M&M is dumb anyway. Mm-hmm. However, I do think it makes me feel a little less ridiculous, and I'm sure for a small child to see that, like, oh, that's the girl because she's got eyelashes, but she doesn't have to, like, I don't know, be wearing heels. I think that does send a mini. I will say it sends a mini signal. Mm-hmm. Like it is a little bit of progress. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
A little bit.
I just think this is more like M&M's got what they wanted, right? Like we're talking about it. This is the perfect marketing ploy. Congratulations. And now everyone knows like I make sweet, sweet love to peanut M&Ms on my lonely nights. But I just think like, talk to your kids, man. I don't know. I don't think I'm that different from most people. Like I didn't get my confidence from like how M&Ms were portrayed. I got it from like my mom telling me like if someone bullies you in school, beat their ass. Like my mom empowered me to be a strong woman, and yeah, mass media, of course, regardless of how much your parents talk to you, does have an impact on you. I don't want to minimize that, but at the same time, I just feel like this is a way for and it's not just candy. Like you see it across the board with most corporate environments. It's this way of like presenting themselves as inclusive, and it's like, yeah. The way you portray candy, I guess, is interesting. But can I take a look at like your board or your executive team and like what's happening with the representation there? What kind of politicians do you guys support and fund? Like, let's talk about actual substance. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's like this story.
Who knows which? Mm-hmm. Maybe Kirsten Sinema takes hella money from M&Ms, who does. It was like really bad on voting rights. We don't know because we're too busy talking about kitten heels.
And it's perfect. I think that it's what you see in the broader picture in regard to political discussions, right? Like we're all so hyper focused on like manufactured culture wars. When like we could be having a discussion about the actual nefarious behavior of these corporations and the kind of policies that they end up supporting through their campaign donations. But instead, we're talking about high heels versus sneakers. And again, like sure, there might be a little kernel of truth to let's let young girls feel okay despite what they might want to wear, whatever. But I think that's a smaller point. I don't know, maybe I'm being unfair.
Corporations always follow culture. So I will say that. And I don't think culture only comes from corporations. And I do think culture is something separate. And even, look, M&Ms are marketed to kids and Anna Kasparian. But like, it says something a little bit when they're like, oh man, maybe we should like, not be so over the top with these bizarre random gender roles that we've assigned to our candy. And like, I would argue, just get rid of them all. Just give them faces and have them have weird names. And it doesn't like, be done. But yeah, I think, so I agree with you, but I also feel like let's remember that I think, just like when I do comedy and I go out and I like, you see people and the joke that you did 10 years ago might not hit the same because people have new understandings about the world around them, So, comics who are like, nah, these kids today, they're so sensitive. It's like, no, because your stupid joke about, take my wife or, whatever, like it doesn't hit because people are generally, in a good way, maybe broadly more feminist, maybe broadly in terms of sexuality more accepting, right?
Yeah. Culture changes.
And gender.
Yeah.
What?
Culture changes. You're right about that.
Culture changes.
Yeah. And it's always hilarious to me when any type of performer or public figure is slow to catch on to how culture changes, and then they get really mad when there's pushback against their like literal 10-year-old joke. And it's like, shouldn't you be writing new material? Like, isn't that what comedians are supposed to do?
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.